Yes, welcome back to the Sports Show. Now, Baz, not all that often you get a dual Olympic gold medalist in your studio.
I've got a five-time Olympian standing right next to me.
Yes, mate. I went to five and not one, mate. I can't even build one and put all the places together to get one. So I kind of half like her and I'm half dirty on her. Yeah. But, you know, just we got a couple of gold. So we're talking about Brittany Elmslie joins us. Brittany, how are you?
Hello.
Well, nice to meet you. Now, let's... we could go through your whole swimming career, but that'll take too long. We can talk about where you started. That's going to take too long. So let's get to the important stuff. 2012, 2016, gold medals, 4x100 metre relay. There's a couple of things I want to know. The first one is, once you've qualified, because we know it's not as easy as it seems, and there's a huge expectation on our swimmers to deliver on medals, but you're in the rooms before you come out for the what's going on with the four girls that are in there before you actually come out to the blocks?
Well, I was the youngest of the team and I had to swim the morning heats to even qualify for the final that night. So, I had to swim myself into the final. So, I didn't expect to even be in the final. On paper, I probably wasn't meant to be there, but I swam the fastest in the morning and, got that final spot with the three other girls in the final that night. And, I was nervous as I think I felt like I was going to vomit. Had just turned 18, never been to an Olympic Games, and here I am about to walk out for a final, Olympic final. So, it was pretty overwhelming. I don't remember much of the race. Like, I try to think about the race, and it was just a total out-of-body experience, which is, some of those major races are always an out-of-body experience. That's why you do all the training, so you can be on autopilot and still get the performance that you need. It's just, I loved racing relays. They were my favourite thing. And you feel like you're part of the team. Like, you're obviously part of the broader Australian team, Australian Dolphins team, but swimming's quite an individual event. So the relays are always great fun, and you find another level in relays. Okay, so then you come out of the rooms and then you've got to get onto the block. So let's talk about 2012 London first, then we'll come back to 2016 Rio, because I imagine there were two, once you've got an experience, it's different. You're standing on the block. What's going through your mind as you get up onto the block?
Don't fall in.
Don't mess up,
Don't false start. Don't get disqualified, don't get DQ'd, Australia DQ'd. We weren't going in the favourites, so we weren't even expected to win the gold. The Netherlands were, and we weren't really aiming for a medal anyway. Like, it would obviously be nice to win a medal, but it was, there was no pressure on us, and we all everyone has to play their role. They have to swim 2 laps as fast as they can. So in my head, I was just treating it as 100 freestyle, and I was like, don't false start, and just get there and back as fast as you can.
So isn't this great, mate? So this is how we don't expect to get a gold medal. We don't expect to set a world record, but we'll do both of those. So,
that's right.
Don't raise the expectation when you get in. That is the secret. So, I mean, the world record, when you know it's getting close and you guys can see what's going on around you, do you get that buzz going, we're going to win the gold, we're going to get a world record? Which one went through your head first?
To be honest, I didn't even know that we got a world record in 2016 until I think they announced it when they were presenting our medals. So you're so focused on finishing the race and you're so puffed and there's so much going on that, you're not actually checking the times. You just want to see the number one place, and that's all you really care about, and then you're just celebrating. So you're not focused on times at that point. At the Olympics, it's swimming for places, you're not swimming for times at the Olympics. And
it's something you hear all the time. I'd like my time again, I'd like to swim that race again, because you don't remember things that, when it's such a big event like that. It's a bit like a golfer shooting a 59 or a 60. They don't actually remember the round. And you'd love to remember it. Like, I know exactly where you're coming from there. When you walk, you wouldn't remember the walk from the rooms to the podium. You would not remember that. You would not remember walking with the girls and getting on the blocks and things like that, because it's such a big event, it's such a big thing. But not to not know that you've won a world record, that you've just swum a world record, that is out of body, isn't it really? That's in my body.
The only thing about the race or the walking out of the race I can remember is I could feel the crowd on my skin. And I'd never experienced anything like that before, because even when you're racing Olympic trials in Australia, you don't have that many people in the crowd. So Olympics is a whole nother level. It's the most people that you get to swim in front of, unlike footy players who get to play in front of that many people each week. We only get that experience every 4 years.
So who was the senior person in there? Who calmed you down? Did someone try and calm everybody down and Okay, we've got a job to do, let's go do it, that sort of thing. Who did that?
Yeah, the hard thing about relays is like everyone prepares differently. Like you've got some people who are they like to talk in the marshalling room, they like to crack jokes, they like to be kind of standing up, walking around. Whereas there's other people who just like to sit and not talk to anyone and just be really in the zone. So everyone's kind of different. But I think you've been so involved in everyone within the relay individually, so you kind of know how each other works and what works best for each person. So for us girls, I think both times, we were just sitting around chatting about just everyday stuff. Like we weren't even, you could, for a split second, you could forget that you're about to race an Olympic final, and that's what works best for us. I like to be slightly distracted, and then when you walk out, that's when it's game time, and
And it was a great team, wasn't it? When you look at those names, you look at those names, that's a great team.
Some nearly as big as Britt.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No wonder you won a gold and a world record.
Have you watched the race? Did you watch it after? Because you said you can't remember it. Did you ever go back and go, I'll sit and watch it? I just want to see what happened.
I've actually never watched either of them. I've never watched the full, I think Channel 7 posted it as a flashback maybe like a year ago heading into Tokyo. And a lot of people tagged me in it, and I feel like a lot of my closer family and friends, they rewatched it and just like reliving it. But I don't know, for whatever reason, I just don't feel the need to sit and watch it. I get a bit weird about it.
I already know you won. So all right, let's go.
I'd watch it every day. I'd watch it every day.
Let's go to 2016 now. So we go to Rio, and now the expectation is on world record holders, gold medals. So the mood's different, I imagine now. Plus you've got 4 years of experience. Did you find you treated it any differently?
We tried not to. We obviously knew the expectations were on us, and we felt that. Both Kate Campbell and I were in the London team, so we were both going for the back-to-back, and then we had the two new ones, Emma McKeon, who's now the GOAT of Australian Olympian, and then Bronte Campbell, the other Campbell sister. So, and I raced Emma and Bronte for my whole childhood. They're in my age group. So we have gone way back. So it wasn't, we were going in with the expectation, but we were also just trying to stay relaxed as possible. And we knew we could win. We just had to, everyone had to do their part, swim their 2 laps. And we knew we were kind of, set to win the gold, but you never know what happens. Anything can happen in an Olympic final.
A lot of pressure on the swimmers. We spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? They're first out of the blocks. Swimming's first. Here it is. And
at the Olympics?
At the Olympics. You really set the tone for the entire Australian contingent, if you like, right down to our shot putter. Everybody's focused on the swimming at the start. And because of COVID and whatever, it took a while to get a buzz, didn't it, about the Olympics?
Sure.
But once the swimmers started winning, and here we go, and we were picking up all these gold medals, I think the country just went, wow, here we go. Now we've gone on to, win 17, maybe, gold? Mm-hmm. We've had a great meet, but it does. You guys set the tone. Do you know that? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I think we feel that whenever you would come back to the team apartments, everyone... when the swimmers walk in and we're bringing home medals to the apartment block, it really lifts everyone else up. And we're obviously the first off the blocks in that first week. So we really are setting the tone for the wider Australian team. I think because swimmers win so many medals each time, it's kind of become a custom that, swimmers are going to win medals. And not that no one thinks that it's any less great, but to win an Olympic gold medal is huge. And then, in Tokyo this year, you've got 3 girls winning back-to-back individual golds. Emma McLean comes away with 4 gold medals. So it's just insane that, these swimmers are doing this on the Olympic stage. And it's kind of just second nature to us here in Australia.
It's fantastic. That's what it is.
Hey, Britt, I was thinking this driving in today. I was wondering why we did so well at the Olympics, not just swimming, but across the board with all the sports. And I thought, you know what? And I'm interested in your take on this. Because of COVID, a lot of the countries couldn't travel and compete like they normally do. We're geographically inhibited because we can't get to a lot of the meets, be it basketball, be it swimming, whatever, to compete, to prepare match type situations or race day. So suddenly the rest of the world came back to what we have to do to prepare. Do you reckon that would have been an advantage going into Tokyo, that suddenly the balance was more, you've had no extras, you've been the same as us? Do you think that helped us?
I think our biggest strength is, as Aussies, we love to be the underdogs.
Oh, yeah.
We love a battle. We love going up against adversity, and I think COVID for everyone, it's adversity, and I think it brought the best out of the swim team. They had to really fight for it. All those lonely days in the pool, I think it just brought the best out of the team, and they did a lot of stimulation meets within Australia, and we're so lucky here that in the 100 free, women's 100 free, we have the top 6 in the world right here in Australia. So you've got 6 of the best swimmers in that event. So we're just, beyond lucky to have such a depth in Australian swimming, and we just kind of use it to our advantage this time around. So it really played in our favour.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to go back. I know I'm harping on this a little bit. I'm trying to get into your mind a little bit. I remember talking to Kieran Perkins in '96, of course, when he won from lane 8, 1,500 metres. So what was your tactic going in? And I mean, it came out later on that he wasn't in a great place mentally. Actually, didn't even really want to qualify for the final, but he was lying on the massage table the night before the swim and said, I'm just going to get in, swim as fast as I can for as long as I can and see what happens. And obviously he wins gold. But is there a temptation, because you're so conditioned at here's my stroke, here's my breathing, is that moment where you go, when I hit the water, I've really got to go hard because this is the gold medal? Or are you so good at I'll just stay with my routine?
Yeah, I think that's part of dealing with the pressure in Olympic Games, is like getting caught up in that moment too much that you're forgetting that, it's just 2 laps, like just keep it simple. Swimming's not rocket science. Like you've just got to get to the end, tumble turn and get back. So everyone's different though. I like to keep it simple, and I kind of tried not to overthink it, and just, once you hit the water, your body takes over and you've done enough training. So you just really rely on that pure Aussie grit to get your hand on the wall first.
Yeah, we're going to have to get Britt back because we've got so many questions for you. Hey, just wrapping up, most swimmers are fishes out of water when it comes to other sports. So I was at the Institute for 10 years. The swimmers used to come over to the basketball hall, play basketball all the time, and the basketballers would go, we're equally as bad in the swimming pool, I might add. Are you a fish out of water, or you're not too bad with other sports?
I'm trying a lot harder at, not being a baby giraffe on land. But I'm retired now, so I'm enjoying, doing your F45s and Pilates, and I still keep fit, but I actually haven't got back in the water. So I'm not at the point yet where I can just go for a casual lap
for a
swimming.
swim. Okay.
Yeah, but I'll build up to that.
We'll get you back and talk about that, because there's a couple of silver medals at the World Cup we need to get across, a couple of gold medals at the Commonwealth Games.
That's right.
Run-of-the-mill stuff, that we've all got.
That's right.
Hey, Brittany was our special guest. Stay with us. Still a bit more to come.